Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another edition of the good, the bad, the ugly, the juice review show brought to you by the Department of Inhaled Vapours and part one of my review of the Emperor's line from Alauna Vapour Stores. And today we'll be looking at Turk and Hadrian. Please remember, any views or opinions you hear during this review are mine and mine alone. I've not been paid to do this review. I did not pay for the products. Yes, once again, I've been a bit of a spawny bastard and I've won a competition and decided to share this review with you guys. Also got to state individual tastes, setups, and of course power levels will alter what you get from a juice. I can only personally tell you what I'm getting myself. My weapon of choice today will be the G-Priv 2, and that has got the rather sexy AIM-09 Evo Dripper from Asvape dual cooled to 0.28. Right, as always, crack on with bottles, lids, safety features, then we'll crack on to the actual juice review. Labels. Got to admit, I'm kind of liking the maturity. There's a kind of decadent look to the labels, which I'm liking. As always, as industry standard, child-proof lids. Also got to state that all juices you see today will have come in a 25ml short fill, which I have added 5 millilitres of 18mg nicotine to make it a 3mg. Which kind of brings me on to a couple of problems I've got with the label. There was a line on the, well, as I just went and stated, when you purchase this will come as a 25ml short fill. Basically, there will be VG, PG, and the flavourings in this bottle. There will be no nicotine, it will be a 0, but there will be 25 millilitres of liquid in this bottle at point of sale. Which kind of then raises an issue with that telling me that there was 30ml in this bottle. There isn't at point of sale. After the customer themselves have topped it up with nicotine, should they choose to, they could also fill it up with VG and make it a 0. Then there's 30. But at point of sale, there's only 25 in here, and that's how it should be stated on the bottle itself. Because this is what you're buying. You buy the Nick shots separately. Well, you should buy the Nick shots. This company you do, which is good to see. More companies need to kind of separate that out, because otherwise it could come under the, oh, you've just sold a Nick kit. Basically, you have sold it because you've sold it with the juice as a one item. It needs to be separate on the actual receipt. So I'm glad they've got that they are separated out the price of the Nick shots with this, but that needs to be 25ml. Because at point of sale, that's what they're buying. The other problem I've got is this little thing here on the bottom. It's just not going to focus, but there's a little warning on the bottom that says this product contains nicotine. This could raise a few issues if trade standards wanted to have a bit of a look at it. They're going to already, weights and measures could be a problem with that 30ml thing, since it's not 30ml in the bottle with at point of sale. That could just raise a bit of an eye with the trading standards, because they're going to go, hang on, you've got, well, what it's saying there, a 30ml bottle that contains nicotine. It could raise an issue. It doesn't need to be on there, since at point of sale, that's not what's being sold. I like the fact it's got the warning features on here as well, and if I just have a look at this one, it's got the best before date, which on this they're giving round about just over a year. It's got a batch number on there as well. It tells you it, but here's where it's, see, this is the issue. That says 30ml. When you get onto this bit here, it tells you it's 25ml. We all know it's because when you add the final product is 30ml, but you're not selling this as a final product because, thanks to the TPD, that would raise a few eyebrows. So that just needs to be changed on there, just to cover your own arses, basically. As I say, yeah, childproof lid, as it should be, as more companies who do short fills need to bloody do. I know the little nozzle ones that you just turn are convenient and handy and all this lot, but they're not childproof. We know it's a small amount of nicotine in there. Childproof lid, just the twisty nozzles aren't childproof, and I'm quite surprised it's gone on as long as it has. I know that you will argue at point of sale I've just argued about this, to be fair. That's zero. It doesn't need a childproof leaf. I'm selling zeros, yes, but you know that people have the potential to put nicotine in it. So just a little bit of common sense there wouldn't go amiss with some areas. Right, on to the flavours themselves. Oh, also got to state, as per usual, as I always do, these come with a tamper ring, as you can see on this one. If, when purchased, that tamper ring is anyway damaged, broken, or missing, demand another product. It is for your own peace of mind in the end of the day. Right, that's done all that. Let's get on to the actual flavour review. I'm going to start off with Hadrian. Ooh. Now, I've got to say, oh, and of course, as far as I'm aware, if I remember rightly, all juices today are a 70-30 VGPG. Now, I've got to say, there's a really nice smell of orange coming from this. There's something I can't quite work out in the background, but I can definitely smell like a kind of sweet orange. Right, well, I'm going to start off at 50.1 watts, which would be 3.7 volts. Here we go. Wow. No throat hurt, which is good. Cloud production is exactly what you expect from the ratio. Flavour, you get a really nice orange to start off with. Kind of reminds me of a Tango Orange. Actually, with the exhale, I know exactly what this tastes like now. And it's kind of taken me back to my childhood, which is kind of cool. You've got that orange. And the orange comes through really well and lasts at the end. It gets you right there, right on the end of the tongue. It's a nice sweet orange. But towards the end of that inhale and the start of the exhale, you get a cooler come through as well. And it reminds me exactly what I used to do as a kid. I used to get like a bottle of Coca-Cola, a bottle of Tango Orange, back in the day when E-numbers wasn't an issue. I'll be fair, I mean, what I drunk then, nowadays they'd call me ADHD. But sort of, I turned out alright. But used to get them 50-50 in a glass. It went up bloody horrible brown colour, looked like the bottom of a pond. I used to call it muddy water, but there we go. But it was gorgeous. This orange and cola really went where it really went well together. That's what this tastes like. It tastes exactly like muddied water, as I used to call it. That's just to the point that's absolutely spot on what I used to drink. I'm really impressed with that. I'm going to go up to 58 watts or 4 volts. To be fair, I'm quite happy there, to be honest. 58 watts. There we go. Oh, wow. Now getting a slight fizz to the orange. Everything's kind of hitting at the same time. You're getting the cola, you got the orange, everything's swirling around, having a nice little party in my mouth at the moment. Still no throat hit, which is good. It's one already. I could tell that the bottle would not last me long because I could quite happily dip into this at any point of the day. That nice little orange fizz on the tongue. I've just dripped on my mod because I'm a twad. That orange does hang around for quite a while afterwards. And depending on what area of your tongue touches the top of the mouth is the flavour, it just invigorates again. It's rather nice. That time the cola came out just before the orange. Wow. does get the mouth watering, especially when that little fizz comes from the orange. Right at the end of the exhale, there's a slightly different flavour. Just got up more on that hit. Kind of a subtle floral note. It's not overdone. It kind of reminds me of a subtler version, that floral note of Sands of Time from T-Max. But that's bloody good. For a shop range juice, I mean, I think they've got, if I remember rightly, Alauna have got about 5 shops. And this is the range they've brought out. That's rather good. I'm used to a lot of sometimes shop ranges being a bit shit, to be honest. Not all of them. Some of them do bring out some absolute classics. And Hadrian is an absolute classic. It's one I could quite, as like I said, I could quite happily dip into this any time of the day. Cool. Right, it's taking me back to my childhood. Little grin on my face there. I'm quite happy with this one. Right, I'm going to go up to 63.7 or 4.2 volts. Here we go. Happy ground was that 4 volts for me because everything just came in. The orange gets. The orange starts to really knock out the cola higher up, but you still got it. The cola came in like quite quick at the beginning, but then that orange just steamrollers over it at the end. Still nice, mind you. Don't get me wrong. It's one you can play with, depending on which flavour you're more happier with. If you'd rather have more orange, I'll go higher up. The cola is a bit stronger lower down. It's a more low temp flavour. That floral note does come out a lot more higher up. It does give it a different element. Actually, higher up, it does taste like an orange version of Sands of Time from T-Max. That's not a bad thing. I do like Sands of Time. It's different. It's a little bit bizarre, but I do like it. No, I could thoroughly recommend that. If fan of orange, fan of cola, give that one a go. That is Hadrian. That is yeah, I'm more than impressed with that. I'm going to have a quick blowout and I shall move on to Turk. Yeah, we're dry. I've still got that orange in my mouth. It's a different type of cola. And that's good to see. Alright, here we go. I'm going to go back down to 50.1. When my mod stops being a tit. There we go, thank you. Yeah, 50.1. There we go. No throat hit. Bonus. Cloud production. Ta-da! Flavour. First thing that hits you straight away is an incredibly luxurious, creamy milk chocolate. I'm so glad that companies are getting this right now, milk chocolate, because there's still a few out there that make it like, oh, what the fudge was that? This is a really good chocolate to start off with. The Turk in this is obviously Turkish Delight, and that comes through on the exhale. There was a rather nice rose water fondant taste coming through. It comes through. So first you just get flooded with this luxurious chocolate. Then the exhale is the actual fondant part of the actual Turkish Delight part of it. And it's good. I'm not generally a fan of Turkish Delight as in real food. But there seems to be a lot of real foods that I don't really go for, but I can quite happily vape. I think it's because they don't contain the acids and anything else like that that sometimes upset me. This is nice. It's going to be a Marmite one, because if you don't like Turkish Delight, you're going to go, what the fudge? But if you are a fan of Turkish Delight, or you just want your chocolate a little bit different, I'll give this one a little bash. Chocolate. Fondant chocolate. I've got to actually give my hats off to the guys for this one. This one is spot on. I say Clyde production is going to be a room filler. It's very smooth going down, which also assists with the fact that with the chocolate, I'm saying there's no throat hit, and the Turkish Delight part is uncannily spot on. I'm going to go up to 58 watts or 4 volts. It's another one that hangs in the mouth a long while after you're finished. Oh, good grief. Higher up, that chocolate gets even better. A real creamy cocoa milk chocolate. The fondant comes through a bit stronger. Actually, fondant comes through a bit quicker as well. Comes in kind of halfway through the inhale. It's a very decadent flavour. It's posh. I don't normally do posh, but it's posh and I like it. I don't know where that accent comes from. If I've offended anyone from the UK, I do apologise for that. Really good. I'm going to go up to 63.7 or 4.2 volts. It's not one I could do all the time because it is a rich flavour. It's a very rich flavour, especially say with that chocolate and the actual fondant as well. But it's one I'd like to dip into every now and again. Wow. This one adores power. Higher up, everything just comes at once. Every time and when you breathe out, you get the chocolate now. It's not it's not the first flavour. The first flavour now is the proper Turkish Delight milk chocolate splattered straight together. The ending is pure milk chocolate, which does raise a little smile on my face because it's a nice ending. It's a nice creamy ending. And who doesn't like a nice creamy ending? Yeah, I can't fault that at all. That's absolutely spot on. If you're a fan of the old style Turkish Delight, give that one a go. It's been incredibly well done. So far impressed. I've done 2 of the range. I've got another 2 to do, and I've got 1 more hopefully coming next week. So I'll do that part next week. Now, if you have enjoyed what you've watched today, please like, share, comment, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'll be back soon with part 2 of this review. Take care, people, and I'll see you soon. Bye.